Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Console Boom. Today we're doing a comparison among the strongest assault rifle in this game. And they're Odin, Bastion and FireFly. But before we start, keep in mind different weapon has different plus point and it really depends on how you use them. Also make sure to like the video, so without a further ado, let's jump into it. Okay, so starting with Bastion, we're not going to be using any grenade because this is just a special weapon which is not going to be used for firing. As for headshot in close range, we get 588 damage, which is fairly well for taking out enemies. As for body shots, it's only 272, which is very low. Let's do some long range shooting now. For long range shooting, we only get about 983 damage, which is a lot, and takes very few seconds to kill an enemy. Now it may sound like a different story for body shooting, but actually no, because this weapon has a very high recoil, which is why even when you're actually shooting body shots, you're getting 455, and then after a few seconds it's 983 in the head. Now we're gonna be doing some medium headshots. When doing medium range headshots, it's only 898 damage, which is lower than long range and even close range. Alright, let's do some medium range body shots. Now when doing that, we only get 410, which is close to 420. Then, because of the recoil, we get 887 in the head. Now we're gonna be trying out Odin in close range. This assault rifle deals about 745 damage in close range as for headshots. Now let's do some body shots. I expected less, but I guess it does more damage than the Bastion when it comes to body shots in close range. It's about 414. This time we're doing headshots from long range, and surprisingly, it's actually the same as close range. It's 745. And as for long range body shots, it's 414 damage. Now we're doing medium range headshot, and it's actually the same as before, 745 headshot damage from Odin. And then after that we're doing body shots. So as for body shots, it's 414 damage again. Now we're trying out the godly FireFly. The FireFly deals about 668 damage in close range doing headshots, but when it turns red, it deals about 868. This time we're doing medium body shots using the FireFly. Using the FireFly, we do about 371 damage. But after a while it gets red, and when it turns red it deals about 482 damage. This time we're doing long range headshot using the FireFly. With this we get about 668 headshot damage, but then it turns red and deals about 868 damage. Now we're gonna be doing some long range body shots. So it starts with 371 damage and it keeps increasing and it becomes red, and then it's 682 damage. This time from medium range, This weapon deals about 667 damage, and in red mod it deals about 868. As for body shots from medium range, it deals about 371 as before, and then it keeps increasing. In red mod it deals about 482 damage. Oof, that was some great comparison. But how about we see all these results at once in a scoreboard? So, looking at all these results, it appears that some of the weapons are stronger than the others, but actually it's different because different weapons are better at different situations and for different kind of people, because the Bastion has very high recoil, but on the other hand it's a monster in long range and has a slightly little disadvantage when it comes to close range. As you can see, the damage is low in a close range body shot and stuff. On the other hand, the Odin is amazing and is kinda surprising for its damages. In all kind of ranges it's the same, 745, 414, and again it's just the same. But on the other hand, it's FireFly, which is kinda lower in terms of damage than Odin, but actually when it becomes red it's powerful. It's very steady and easy to do headshot damage, and I find it very easy. Also, the FireFly is great at multi-killing. It's a monster at that. It just keeps getting powerful and the enemies gets crushed, which is why FireFly has great advantages for people who like accuracy and want to kill people multiple kills. Okay, let's talk about the time to kill, or TTK. Looking at the board, we see that the Bastion seems to be very weak and Odin seems to be overpowered, and the FireFly. Well, let's explain this. The Bastion has very high recoil, of course, and it does have very bad damage when it comes to close range, but it's very powerful in long range, like I said. As you can see, it does good damage when it comes to long range. On the other hand, the Odin has great damage, but keep in mind that when you're actually in real life situation and killing enemies, and you're actually moving and the enemy is also moving, well, in that kind of situation you may just actually miss a few shots, and that actually make a lot of difference. But here I just did the kill time, but if you're gonna use it for real life like TDM, it is a bad thing. On the other hand, the FireFly seems to be less powerful than the Odin. Well, that's because of another different situation. You see, the FireFly keeps getting powerful by time, and it's very powerful for killing people in long range, and even if it's multiple enemy, because it has a larger magazine comparing to Bastion and Odin. You see, when it comes to Bastion, your magazine gets emptied very quickly. It's a burst fire weapon. On the other hand, the FireFly isn't. It's a large magazine weapon with great, fire rate. It's kinda slow, but comparing and considering that, it's powerful and awesome for multi-kills. Now, talking about Bastion, the Bastion might be less stronger when talking about FireFly, but actually no, because for long range it is also powerful. For single enemy or maybe two enemy, it's very powerful because it damages very quickly, and I have noticed that killing one enemy almost actually ends your magazine, which is why you can't actually kill another without reloading. Also, the Bastion does have a grenade launcher, which I did not use to kill enemy because this is about firepower. So if you do use that, Of course, you have advantages and you can win against a lot of enemies. And that's it. In case if you're not happy with that and want to see some real life fighting, you know, Bastion and Odin fighting each other, well, of course you can watch that here. Here we're comparing all this weapon with each other and fighting and killing and murdering. Okay, so now you know Bastion's fucking good. It's very fucking good. Well, finally, I managed to die against FireFly, I guess. And like I said, this gun has very bad recoil, but if you know how to control it, you can do very good. Now this time we're doing FireFly versus Odin. I told you this gun is great. Yeah, boy. Oh man, I really hate myself. I kill everyone with my stupid guns. Wow. Ah, got him. Now it's time to destroy the Bastion. Oh, I guess I was wrong about it. Finally. Oh. Hell no. Well, that's enough gaming for today. Hope you like it and enjoy it. If you do like it, give a big fat thumbs up and I'll see you in the next one.